when life gives you these things where you have to still stay consistent and still stay active and still try to be the best for the ones who need you the most. Sometimes that's a couple days working out a week. You can't do every day. So that's where I was. It was. From the heart of Long Island, New York, we are back inside the GP studios where we wake up today, we go today. It's been a while. Did a few, remote episodes at Alluring Age, which this episode is going to be all about. And they are a main sponsor of the show. So check out alluringage.com if you have any questions or information that you want to, need for longevity, for anything really. They do a lot there, and you're going to see some crazy testing that we did and the results I'm going to go over today. So they are a major sponsor of the show, alluringage.com, Dr. Fandos and West Islip. So definitely check them out. And I think you'll definitely be interested after you see some of the testing that we did. We are also powered by Go Primal Lifestyle. It is my lifestyle. It is my brand. I got my finisher tee on. So if you head to goprimalusa.com, use code GPNation, start wearing the mindset to be the best for the ones that need you the most, and help support my mission of empowering the midlife man. And we are available on YouTube. So please check us out, The Primal Mindset. Subscribe, hit that button, and definitely support us and support the mission. Alongside Jenna, she's behind the scenes, always making this look good. I am the host, Chris Fontana. So like I said, we going to go over the PNOE, it's called, but the PNOE results of what I did at Alluring Age. Really fascinating stuff. Really, I don't know, the technology they have nowadays is pretty crazy. But before we get into that, I wanted to talk about this company that they sent me their product. It's called Dad Fuel. Daily fuel for busy men, which, for the midlife man is perfect for us. But it's a supplement. It's a superfood. It's a powder. As you can see, they sent me this. It comes in 3 flavors: coffee, vanilla, chocolate. Personally, chocolate's my favorite one. But I mean, this thing is packed. I mean packed with like all these nutrients and protein, which, is definitely important. 25 grams of protein, 200 calories per serving. Such a quick, convenient breakfast, pretty much on the go. They sent me this tumbler, which this is not a plastic cheap tumbler here, shaker, I should say. This thing is legit. They sent me this, so it was really convenient to try all their flavors in it. Like I said, it's packed with stuff. If you check them out, dadfuel.com, you'll see. And I definitely feel the energy from it, and just felt really good with this. I mean, energy, immunity, metabolism, digestion, gut health, muscle growth, heart health, brain health, hormonal health, cellular health. Organic superfood, greens and veggies, organic antioxidant superfoods, prebiotic fiber and metabolites, digestive enzymes, immunity blend, protein, like I said, vitamins and minerals, just a bunch of stuff in here that's really awesome. So definitely check them out. Big supporter of them. I really liked it a lot. They're probably going to, we will announce, I think, a partnership soon, actually. But I mean, even before that, I really like their product. So definitely check them out and, support those that will be supporting this show. And obviously, Proof No More is still a continued supporter of the show as I sip on my non-alcoholic gin and tonic, which used to be my drink of choice back in the day. But to have a nice non-alcoholic gin and tonic is pretty awesome. So check them out, proofnomore.com. Use code GoPrimal. And like I said, just support those that support this show. So I want to get into this PNOE testing and the results of it. First, I want to say my age, my chronological age was lower than my actual age. oh no, I'm sorry. Biological age was a year lower than what my my chronological age. Jesus Christ, I can't even get those right. So yeah, I was actually 43, which I'll take it. I'm 44, about to turn 45, so I'm gonna take it. But we'll see in 3 months when I go back to see if I can actually get out. I really wanted it to be down into like in my 30s. That would have been ideal, but 43, I'll take it. And it was pretty cool to hear that. The only thing which was lacking, which was I wasn't too surprised, was my cardiovascular fitness. And ever since I ran the half marathon, was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago? I can't remember now. Um, yeah, my running hasn't been hasn't been up to par since then. I used to enjoy some miles, 6 7 mile runs and 4 mile runs and 5 mile runs, and after that I was like, no, no more. So I'm not too surprised on that, but I already started implementing the endurance training that they talked about, and so it was pretty it was a little humbling, but very cool. Just because I know I like to hear something that I need to improve on, because it gives you something to look forward to when you get better at it, and that's how you stay consistent. That's how you get confident. If you're not good at something, get better at it. You'll get confident real quick. So I already been back to running, had some nice, 3 4 mile runs in, and looking forward to grow that again. But other than that, like my fat burning efficiency was good. Metabolic rate was excellent. Recovery capacity was 51%, which basically is like neutral. So you're not good, you're not bad. So again, I think getting my cardio back up will help that. Breathing and cognition was good. So basically, can measure um, breathing frequency during the low exercise intensities of the test. Breathing above a specific breathing frequency range is known as hyperventilation and limits oxygen to the brain. So, during the testing, you're pushing yourself. So it actually, when I went there, you put this mask on. I mean, it looks like you're a fighter jet. You're taking some enemies down, but you kind of lay there for 10 minutes. So it takes everything, like all your resting, metabolic rate, and how you're burning, how your metabolism is during resting, how your breathing is during resting. So you sit there for 10 minutes, and then when you get into the actual workout of it, you're on a bike and you start out, pedaling, pretty slow, and you kind of just warming up, and then you got to, rev it up. I believe it was like 15 minutes, I think, something like that. So, you get into a point where, you're really pushing it because they want to see how you are during that, during those zones, or, when zone 4, zone 5, or whatever it is. And, again, it wasn't where it needed to be, but it definitely showed me where I needed improvement. So it was awesome, man. It was, I highly recommend, especially for men, midlife men, highly recommend this test. PNOE, it's called. It did come out with the training program for me. It's on an app too. I'm looking at this on my phone on an app where you can actually see everything. And there you go. There's me going. Yeah. So it was like I said, you get everything to the app. It gave me a whole workout program. As you see, she's showing you the app that she's on, showing how my heart rate's going up, and how everything is. Um, like I said, it came out with a training program: 40% cardio, 40% interval training, 20% resistance training. Which again, this is going by it. You do a questionnaire, and me, it wasn't so much looking to build muscle as more as really just keeping what I have, and still kind of building some muscle, but nothing crazy. I probably will. I think it recommended like one day of resistance training. I probably will do two, um, just because it's I like to lift weights. I think it's better for me anyway. Um, but it's it to me. I already kind of already knew all this. It basically was saying Um, for my ideal is to do resistance training and cardio. Whether cardio you mix in some high intensity to, just a steady state. But like I said, even when I was at my best, I was always mixing it in. Because running for me, it was more mental health than anything. So I was always mixing in those runs, and that's where I really felt my best too. Was I was lifting weights and running. So now I'm back to kind of doing that, where it's instead of, I don't want to say I was slacking because life does throw things at you. Uh, which actually I totally forgot, yeah, to announce that baby Kiara is here. Yeah, she came on the 17th. She was born 9 pounds. Yeah, there she is. There's my little girl, my baby girl. And the boys are ecstatic. They love having a baby sister. So it was, oh man, it's been a crazy few couple weeks. And we're just beyond excited to have her here. And I say she's the final unexpected piece, but she's the final piece of the Fontana family. And that's what life does, man. Even before she came, it was, when life gives you these things where you have to still stay consistent and still stay active and still try to be the best for the ones who need you the most. Sometimes that's a couple days working out a week. You can't do every day. So that's where I was. It was, like I said, doing the bare minimum, but not ideal, not to be where I wanted to be at. So this kind of jump started that fire again in me after this testing, to be like, all right, let's go back to training every day, but just doing something doesn't, so it's, I'll do my nice endurance run um, on Mondays, which I did today, and then tomorrow do some weights, and then do another running day after that, and then do a high intensity workout with the kettlebell, which is still lifting weights, but it's a little high intensity high intensity workout. Then do another run, and then do a hit workout with my weighted jump rope. So again, you're kind of doing weighted where you're building your strength, but it's definitely like a hit workout. I mean, if anyone ever check out crossropes.com, by the way, and they got weighted jump ropes and you can interchange them. The handles are great. They have workouts, the app on the phone. And I love doing those. And I stopped doing them for a while, but now I'm back on them again. So, basically it's like every day I'm doing something, and I'm having those long runs in between instead of, a rest day, which, you know, they preach rest days and recovery, especially for the midlife man, is good. But I mean, if you're not going, like, to me, a nice slow run is pretty much close to a rest day. You know what I mean? Like, you're just going on a nice steady run. You're putting on a podcast. You're putting on whatever. You're watching something, and then it's pretty. It's, to me, it's just as close as a rest day as you can get. So when life will throw me a rest day when I need to, and then so I'm back to kind of working out every day again, and so far I feel good. It's been a few weeks or so of that. Like I said, when the baby was born, it was there was 2-3 days where I couldn't do anything, but even in the hotel in the hospital, I was cranking out some push-ups and some sit-ups in the room because you're kind of stuck there. So it's just that mentality, that primal mindset, just stay active, do what you can do. So now, but I feel good getting those runs in, and that's pretty much, like I said, what they said, and I did kind of know that. Um, so it's pretty cool to see all that. See, and then I mean they do some pretty cool shit too with the metabolism, how many calories you're burning. Um, which again, I kind of knew it, and I was kind of spot on with it too, where a few years ago, I challenged myself. It was like 9 weeks where I literally tracked everything I ate Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week. Anything I put in my body, I had to, track it. Basically, I made it, so it was tough, man, going that long without, pizza and stuff like that. But I really wanted to get a good idea where my, maintenance level was at. And I kind of figured out it was around 3,200, which was around there. But, when we're doing the PNOE testing. Um, so you want to lose weight. It's, you minus 500 calories a day, and it comes out to 3,500 a week, and that's 1 pound. So, and that's where you kind of want to be. That's your sweet spot. It doesn't sound like a lot, but anything more than that, you're gonna kind of fall off the rails because you're just too much of a deficit. So I was around 2,800 calories. I would try to stay at, and then even on Saturdays, I would even go lower than that because I knew Sundays with the pizza and everything that I was gonna, go all out. So, even with that, I would try to make it where I would have, like 6,000 calories available on Sunday, where I know if I have that much room to play with where I can still be in a deficit for the week. Cause that's what you want to look at for the whole week. So if you're at 3,200 maintenance, times that by 7, and, that's what you see how many calories you can have for a week. So then some days you might be over it, some days you go lower than that, but just stay at that level and you'll stay, with that weight. You want to be a little bit in a deficit. And like I said, minus 3,500, whatever that number is for the week. And, that's the calories that you want to stay at, for the week. So you can kind of play with it day by day. So what I do is I play with it day by day, where Saturdays I'll go down. I'm usually always busy on Saturdays, with the kids and then working at night and stuff like that. So I know I can stay down at like 1,500 and be good. And then that gives me an extra 1,000 and then add it on to the other deficit, and you just got to play around with the numbers, and but the PNOE test is great to kind of see where you're at with that, as far as your metabolic rate and how much you're burning and where you are calorie wise, and then it tells you what you can eat um, when you're exercising, what you can eat on off days, how many calories. And again, this is all based on what numbers you put in. Like if you want to lose weight at a slower rate, faster weight, I always say like the sweet spot is that 1 pound, 1 pound a week. So that, to me, that's what I put in, and that's what it gave me at. Um, you know, Man, it tells you like lung fitness, 73% was good. My heart fitness, it was excellent. The metabolic fitness, like I said, was 56%, which is kind of neutral. Um, so then it gives you exercises to do, lifestyle to do, more sleep, obviously, which, right at this point I'm not really getting much of, but because, lung fitness, breathing, cognitive, breathing and posture, metabolic dysfunction risk, it was very low risk. And that looks at like diseases later on. Um, Nutrition, it gives you some good nutrition to eat, good different foods to eat. A caloric balance. So basically, on active calories was 380. And again, this is just going by questions that I filled out, like how much you work out, how much, if you're active, if you're sitting down all day, which even though I have an office job during the day, I'm still getting up. I'm getting at least 5,000 steps in at the office job. And then at night, again, working in a restaurant, I'm definitely getting steps in. So I get a decent amount of steps in. So they kind of say, about 380 calories a day, and just staying active. Um, I'm sorry, for a workout, and I think that was working out a couple of days a week with weights, and daily activity calories is about 950. Again, that's with like the steps. So my resting metabolic rate is 1899. So basically 1900 calories a day I'm burning just by living, which means that if I woke up and I laid in bed all day and didn't do a thing, I would still burn 1900 calories, because that's what my body burns by staying alive. And to help that, you build muscle, and that's going to increase. So I'm actually really really curious to see, going 3 months from now, going back to that. So during the days you don't work out, I burn about 2849. During days that I do work out was 3229. So again, like I kind of figured out I was around 3200, which it looks like I do. During days, like I said, that I don't work out, um, and that's like nothing at all, and just kind of just staying active and getting steps in and living. So I'm 2849, so about 2,900 calories. Um, so during it says during days you don't work out, eat 2349. And again, that's that deficit, 500 deficit to kind of lose weight. During days you work out, 2729. So if I eat 2729 of days I do work out, I'll still be in a deficit. I'll still lose weight, but I'll still be able to, that's how much food I can eat. And I'll be able to, maintain if I prioritize protein, you're going to keep your muscle mass, but even though you're in a deficit, you're not going to lose anything. Um, Fuel sources that my body uses. Obviously, everyone bodies they use carbs and fats. Fats is usually in a slow state to steady. You're burning fat, and then you have that switch over when you start hitting up high intensity. Then your body starts doing carbohydrates, which they said my body it was that switch over was good. Um, so that a lot of people always say, do slow state steady cardio to burn more fat than hit does. Me, I think just mixing everything all together is what really works. First and foremost, nutrition, but after that, I think to me, I just like mixing in everything. Um, so I think, like I said, I think more mentally it helps me because especially with hit, because I feel like to me, like you're getting more tired. So you're like, all right, man, now I'm getting in better shape. It makes it harder. The slow endurance runs. Now, I don't want to say that they're easy, but to me, like, you just kind of relax and you run and your mind goes, you're doing some thinking, which is good. Um, so workout days, it breaks down macronutrient balance. This was a little low. I thought for protein, 157 grams, which, they said you can up it. By the way, they set up a Zoom with these doctors from Greece. That's who actually does all the testing. So I had a Zoom with this guy from Greece, and we went over everything after looking at it. And I asked him, that seems kind of low for a protein. I'm up around 200 grams a day. He said, yeah, you can bump it up to like basically again, like it said, it's going off my questions, my answers, I should say, to the questions where I wasn't really trying to build too much muscle, but he's like, you can bump that up even if you're at 180, that'd be, good enough to build muscle. Um, Fat was 115 grams a day, which I'm usually around 100 anyway, so it's about right. Carbs was 266, um, which is a little higher than I usually do. Um, but again, you can try it. You see how it works, how you feel. Obviously, it's got to be good carbs. It can't be processed food and shit carbs. Protein on days that I don't work out, 135, which again I think is kind of low. Fat, 99. Carbs, 229. Um, and I'm usually very I've tracked my calories for a while, so I do think these numbers were kind of what I was doing, other than the protein. My protein was higher, and my carbs were a little lower, but it was pretty spot on. I was actually kind of shocked how accurate the testing was. I was curious going into it, just because, like I said, I'm someone that was very um, methodical about tracking everything, so I kind of had the idea going in. Um, the in body scan was really cool. Um, they obviously they can test how much body fat, which I was at 14%, which isn't bad. It's not great. I would like to be more around 12% body fat percentage. So I just but it showed like where majority of the fat was, which is like right in my trunk, which I already I already kind of knew that. Um, so it like the testing is really good, and it gives you a great gives you a good idea of where you are in life, health wise. Um, so I definitely recommend it to people. If you can, hit them up if you're on Long Island. They're in West Islip, my old hometown. They're on Montauk Highway. They really break everything down for you. They sit with you. I think it's let's see, my original. Check out these episodes, by the way, on YouTube of the testing and what we did, and even before that meeting with Dr. Fandos and talking about how low my testosterone was. And I've been on testosterone now for 3 weeks, coming up on a month, and I definitely feel a difference energy wise, even though I'm not getting the sleep that I wanted to since baby Kiara came. So I definitely see a difference though in my energy levels, and my energy levels working out. Um, I can definitely see a difference with that. Not a huge spike yet, but it's only been 3.5 weeks. But I do feel better as far as that goes. So I'm looking forward to kind of going further with the testosterone and seeing if that does increase my muscle mass and then does get me stronger, because I was always hitting those plateaus where nothing was working. I wasn't getting the same results. I was very up and down with weight, where if I went, I had a few days and enjoyed myself, and it was like it felt like I gained way too much weight right away. So this should balance everything out, and as long as I stay on track with everything, which I normally do, I'm looking forward to seeing what the results will be. Going back to the in body scan, seeing if I, muscle mass, increase, body fat decrease, which is the goal, which is, I think a lot of guys' goal, is to do that. So I'm curious to see, how this works out, implementing the programs that they gave me, as far as, the workouts, and which, like I said, I kind of knew that already, but, it's good to, when you're doing something for so long, and then you kind of get, not lackadaisical, and not, I don't want to say that, but you get, stuck in this rut, and then you just kind of like doing the bare minimum, so you're not going off the rails, you're not going back the other way, but you're kind of just staying where you are, and you're plateauing, and you're not seeing the results you wanted, so it frustrates you. So it's like when you get something new to work out with, or a new watch, or a new something, where it's like you training, all right, now my training is going to step up a bit, so it gets you fired up again. You get some new sneakers or some shit, you want to run. So that's what I felt like it did for me. It got me back to looking at schedules and workouts and stuff like that, and results. So we're definitely going to document when I go back in 3 months. And see what my levels are at, see if I can get down into that 30s for the chronological age. That's the goal. Decrease my trunk fat is the goal. Definitely increase my cardiovascular health, which I think I definitely will do, because like I said, I kind of knew that was down. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what the results were. Like I said, Alluring Age, check them out, alluringage.com, Dr. Fandos, big supporters of this show, helping me out so I can be the best for the ones that need the most, which is another +1 now. So, yeah, so we're going to take a quick break, and then we will be back with Long Island Matters.
Drinks are fun, but alcohol isn't. Meet ProofNoMore.com, the #1 marketplace for the best non-alcoholic craft beverages. We offer the largest selection of non-alcoholic beers, NA wines, zero-proof spirits, and mocktails. So if you're in the mood for a rewarding brew or a cocktail without the booze, give Proof No More a try. Live more, proof less, ProofNoMore.com.
In a world where settling is not an option, where confidence reigns supreme, there's a brand that embodies the spirit of empowerment and refusal to compromise. Introducing Go Primal, where every thread exudes strength and determination. Elevate your experience. Shop now and unleash your inner champion. Because when you wear GP, you're not just dressing for success, you're embodying it. Go Primal, where confidence meets courage. Refuse to settle. Shop now and conquer your world.
Everybody going through it. Everybody going through it. Everybody. But we still gotta pursue it. Gotta do it. Cause we all going through it. Everybody going through it. Everybody going through it. Everybody going
Yeah, this is the Primal Mindset. We're inside the GP studios. And that video was done by my friend Chris Brennan. Does really awesome work with the drone. Takes pictures, frames them for people, does really amazing work. You can check him out on Instagram, Dr. Brennan MD. He also does tumblers, so you can find on Instagram at Swigware. He does really customized tumblers, as you can see. right there. Got a nice West Islip Strong, our hometown. So he personalized it. If you got businesses, I know he's just done a bunch for Fire Island, and they'll be selling them in stores over there. So definitely hit him up on at Swigware and get yours today. We have Proof No More. Obviously, I've been swigging on some non-alcoholic gin and tonic. Perfect summer drink. Man, I love these guys. Man, they got non-alcoholic beers, wines, spirits, pretty much anything you could think of. They have, and they're based out of Brooklyn. They do have their own brew, Momenta Brew in Bayshore. So if you check them out on proofnomore.com, use code GoPrimal, you get a discount. And yeah, man, for people like me being sober for 6, almost 7 years now, knowing alcohol is not an option for me ever. It's great to have these guys around and supporters of this show and supporters of people like me who want to stay sober and still be able to enjoy themselves. So check them out. Sweet House Ideas, another friend of the show. They do awesome floral arrangements. They're silk, so they don't die. She does chocolate covered desserts, which are amazing. She does these little mini donuts, which I absolutely love. So she does awesome work. It's Angie, and she's there you go. Those things are great. At Sweet House Ideas, any event you have, she's awesome with getting everything in on time and looks great. So definitely use her. And Long Island Prep, another supporter of the show, my friend Paul Vecchione, doing amazing stuff. Really, he is a teacher here on Long Island, so he works with students, teachers, parents, really to bring awareness to mental health issues, addiction issues with the students, across the country that they're helping schools. Because let's be honest, mental health and addiction goes hand in hand. If you can tackle it when these kids are in school, that's a big plus right there. And Paul Vecchione at Long Island Prep does amazing work. He supports this show, so please support him. If you have any ideas that you want to run by him or ask him or set up your school, check him out, longislandprep.org. And yeah, so that was today's show. It was all about PNOE. The results, the testing, alluring age. They definitely upped my longevity. I think it's going to keep me around for a while, God willing. I got these young kids that need me, so God willing, I will be around for a while. But I've run on fear and faith. Fear that keeps me on track. Everything that I can do in my power to stay on track. That's the fear that's running, and the faith is stuff that's out of my hand. I got the faith that put the man upstairs that I'll be around for my family. So as always, confidence is king, and just keep going.